Cannabis compliance update, state changes to be aware of. Hey, I'm Morgan Davis. I'm a health and wellness attorney based in Raleigh, North Carolina, with a focus on cannabis. Let's talk about how to keep your business protected and thriving. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Mostly welcome back to me because I'm back from maternity leave. Today is September 19th, 2024. And in the last 60 days since I've been gone, many things have changed in the hemp industry. And as of right now, many things are changing as we speak. So we're going to go over the biggest changes across the nation in the last 60 days. Because one of the biggest challenges when you're in the hemp and cannabis space right now is keeping up with the ever-changing state-by-state regulations. The federal government, especially in the hemp space, sort of seems status quo. But the states have taken on the job themselves of regulating the industry, and it now looks like a big patchwork quilt, and it's only getting worse. So let's talk about the changes that are affecting your business right now. First up, California. Governor Newsom has completely lost his mind. If you remember our updates from earlier in the summer, we were talking about AB 2223, in which the state of California was trying to ban intoxicating hemp products. Governor Newsom's office and his allies threw in an amendment at the last minute in that bill that caused it to die in committee, which was great. And then he's now issued emergency regulations to ban all intoxicating hemp products, actually all hemp products in the state of California. Any product containing a detectable amount of THC is banned under this emergency regulation. He sent it to the California Office of Administrative Law on September 13th. There's a comment period of 10 days for the Office of Administrative Law to consider it. After that, if everything goes the way it's supposed to, it gets sent in and it becomes an emergency regulation for 180 days. So hold your breath, people, because it's going to change quickly. There's also a lot of rumors about an injunction being filed against the emergency regulation. So who knows? Maybe it won't go into effect at all. Fun times in California. Same thing has kind of just happened in New Jersey. The New Jersey governor just signed a piece of legislation, not an emergency regulation, a piece of legislation, higher burden, where this bill was proposed at the beginning of the summer, significantly limits intoxicating hemp products, really all hemp products in the state of New Jersey. Just got signed by the governor on the 12th of September and will go into effect in the next 30 days. Here's how it kind of goes. So for the next 30 days is a permitted sell-through, meaning you got 30 days to get rid of what you got. After that, all sales in the state of New Jersey for hemp products stop. At some point in the near future, the Cannabis Regulatory Commission, the New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission, will take over the sales of hemp products, in which case you will be able to sell through cannabis retailers or dispensaries and liquor stores. We'll see when those regulations come about. They have 6 months to create them and implement them. They'll probably take the entire 6 months, if not longer. So for the near future, unless an injunction is filed, New Jersey turns off in under 30 days at this point. Missouri was going to come under a similar fate. I'm telling you, it's crazy, guys. The governor tried to pass legislation over the summer, which we talked about in a previous post, which would have, again, ban intoxicating hemp products being sold outside of the regulated market in Missouri. That bill died. It was not successful. So then the governor tried to implement an emergency regulation. Again, banning all intoxicating hemp product sales outside the regulated cannabis market in Missouri. The Secretary of State rejected the governor's emergency regulation, saying that he did not demonstrate that it was in fact an emergency. The governor did not then reapply to do it under the regular rulemaking process. Instead, he tried to form his own task force with the Attorney General in Missouri to go after all intoxicating hemp products across the state and embargo them. And then about a week later, Missouri Department of Health issued a press release, this is yesterday, so September 18th, 2024, saying, "We take it back. We're not going to do that. We're only going to go after misbranded products in the state of Missouri. Misbranded meaning those products which mislead the public or make false claims, and they're going to silo that investigation to intoxicating or psychoactive hemp products. So as long as you are selling products in the state of Missouri that are not misbranded under Missouri law, you are good to go. Now that we moved on from all the states who are trying to ban intoxicating hemp products, we'll talk about those that have some up and coming changes. Georgia passed a law earlier in the summer that significantly changes the Georgia hemp market, which was pretty much unregulated in terms of finished products. They've adopted a total THC standard, not the Delta 9 standard, so total THC standard now. That goes into effect October 1. They're also requiring that retailers and manufacturers obtain licensing. They are only allowing for the sale of consumable products that are gummies and beverages. Pretty much everything else is banned after October 1. There will be packaging, labeling requirements that you've got to comply with, and in the future, potentially milligram requirements, but those have not been released yet. And no sales to people under 21, but that went into effect July 1st for Georgia. Tennessee also has regulations going into effect October 1. They technically passed emergency regulations that went into effect July 1, but there's not going to be any enforcement of them until October 1. There is licensing required in Tennessee now for pretty much every part of the supply chain. There's a 25 milligram cannabinoid aggregate milligram cap, so you cannot have per serving any more than 25 milligrams aggregated of any cannabinoid. In addition to that, there's different requirements depending on the intoxicating cannabinoid that you are including. So if you've got Delta 9, it's 0.3% Delta 9 THC by dry weight. If you've got Delta 8 or other adult use intoxicating products, adult use hemp cannabinoids, think Delta 8, Delta 10, HHC, THCP, those are at 0.1% by dry weight. So a lower standard of concentration for those cannabinoids in hemp products. There's a slew of other requirements coming out of Tennessee, including an excise tax, which went into effect last year, but I assume they're probably actually going to start enforcing it now. Packaging and labeling requirements. Iowa passed a law that went into effect beginning of July that now caps all hemp products in the state of Iowa 4 milligrams of THC per serving, or any intoxicating hemp cannabinoid per serving, 10 milligrams per container. Doesn't really match any other state in the country, so enjoy that, but it's now 4 milligrams and 10 milligrams. What they did not manage to pass was their sin tax that they were originally trying to pass with it. There's no excise tax under the new Iowa law. They were trying to tax it at 100%, then at some point at 25%. Neither of those passed, but I do anticipate that they will try and pass an excise tax sometime in the future. New Hampshire, about a year ago, passed new regulations that were bringing in an adult use market. At the same time, they banned all products outside of the adult use or medical market containing THC. There was a potential repeal of that ban, and now the repeal has been repealed. The effect of that as of July 1 in New Hampshire is hemp products and any product outside of the regulated market containing THC is still banned in New Hampshire. Finally, in our home state of North Carolina, there have been no regulatory changes. However, you should know about some recent enforcement actions. In several counties in North Carolina, sheriff's departments, in conjunction with the DEA, as well as other state law enforcement agencies, are conducting mass raids on hemp shops, vape shops, and other retailers selling hemp products. They are conducting, most of the time, stings in advance to do controlled buys to then send those products off for testing, which then some of them come back hot. They obtain a search warrant, they come in, they're arresting people, people are getting charged with trafficking. So if you are a retailer in the state of North Carolina, if you are a distributor in the state of North Carolina, it is more important now than ever that you know that all of your products are compliant with the state law. State law in the state of North Carolina matches federal law, which is your hemp products cannot contain more than 0.3% Delta-9 THC by dry weight. They are now actively enforcing that limitation in certain counties across the state of North Carolina. There are people getting arrested. There are people getting charged with trafficking. Millions of dollars worth of products are getting seized, as well as lots of cash. And in addition to that, some of those people are getting nice letters from the North Carolina Department of Revenue taxing them for the substances that are seized, which racks up pretty quickly. So it's not a possibility anymore, it's happening. And compliance now more than ever is important for you as a retailer and you as a distributor. That's your update for the month. If you're having trouble keeping track of all the changes occurring at all the time, and you want something that's more specific to your business and your product line, give us a call. We're happy to draft you something specific to you on a monthly basis. Otherwise, stay tuned and we'll see you next month with our next update.